everyone. Good evening or morning or any evening. I don't know the time zones. Welcome back to a new podcast. My name is Ian Said, but most people know me as Tacho. And today I had the pleasure to talk with Eros Monderin, better known as Eros. As the metagame developed in the first few years of the Filipino Smash scene, most of the current player base were attending their first events, whether it be during the pandemic era or even prior, while players were thinking that Mr. Gamer watching Hero were going to kill the meta. Good times. Anyways, during those times, so a solid and consistent player emerged as Eros is currently a well-grounded player in the Filipino scene and one of the best Fox mains in Asia. Eros, how are you?
I'm good. I like kind of just woke up. I
Yeah,
woke
me
up at like
too.
4:30.
Yeah, me too, me too.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, do you want to start with the questions?
Yes, you can start with the questions.
Awesome. So I wanted to start the interview with the first question I ask in every interview I have because everyone has their own path towards competitive Smash and competitive games in general. So how long have you been playing Smash casually, and how they eventually found out about the competitive scene?
Okay, so I've been playing Smash since I was a kid, technically, because I got a Wii. When I was a little, I don't know what age, but when I was just a kid, and I got Brawl, and I just play that game over and over again. And I love Subspace for like Subspace is just so good. And I used to play with my brother a lot. So we'd always have just 1v1s, but it's always with items, random stages. So because we didn't know there was a competitive back then.
Mhm.
And from then I noticed I like fighting games. Like other than playing Tekken, I noticed I like these kind of fighting games. And from like that, I just kept on playing. I didn't know there was anything competitive about games back then. From when I was playing Brawl. I kind of was just like thought games were just meant for like just entertainment. There's no like competition
Mhm.
like actual sports. So I kind of was just playing, and then after a while, I didn't really get any new consoles. I was kind of just playing on an iPad, and I didn't have a computer for a while. Then after a while, let's say 2019,
Mhm.
maybe late 2019, I got a Switch. And then I saw the new Ultimate trailer, and I was like, "Oh, isn't that like the same game as Brawl?" And then I bought the game after I got my Switch, and I just played that a lot. I played Pikachu and Little Mac back then, and I just played it casually. I think for the first few months, and then me and my brother started playing again, like 1-on-1,
Mhm.
and I started losing. So I was like, I don't want to lose. So I searched up Pikachu guide, and I found Esam, and that's where I started to learn. Like I started labbing like Pikachu combos and stuff. I started cooking people when I started playing casually. So I found out there's an online mode. So I bought online. After I bought online, I was playing a lot of Elite Smash. Not Elite Smash, Quick Play. Because I wasn't that good at Elite Smash at the time. And during that time, I had like the people who have their like Discord as their tag on Elite Smash, so people can add them for games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that. So it used to be Eros4243. That was my old Discord. And that's where I usually like try to find games. Because I during this time, because just starting to get into competitive, I played with a lot of American people,
Mhm.
because I didn't know we had a scene here. I didn't know there's a Smash PH scene. So I'd just be playing in like 3 second, 2 seconds of delay, and I'd be like, "This is normal. This is so normal." So I'd play with like Australian, American scene mostly. Tri-state. I played with a lot of tri-state back then, like super into like the US scene. So I started playing Cruise as well. But then how I discovered the Smash PH scene was I was in Elite Smash with Wolf. And then I fought Yoshi 95 on Elite Smash. I got cooked, then he added me. And he was like, "Hey, are you Filipino? Do you come from the Smash scene? You play you seem like a competitive player." I said, "Oh yeah, I am a competitive player." Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, are you in the Smash server for the Philippines?" And I said, "There's a Smash server for the Philippines?" And then he invited me, and then I think I stayed in that server for like a few months, maybe like a year, without talking. So I just continued playing with the US because I didn't know how online worked back then. That it was delay based.
Mhm.
I thought it was normal for the delay to be that much. So when I when I found out that I could play with with like PH, and like I found out that the connection felt good. I was like, whoa, this is so much more responsive. Wow. I was still playing on Joy-Cons because of course I didn't have a Pro-Con back then.
Mm.
And once I started playing with this like the PH scene, I joined my first tournament. And that's where I started like actually competing for fighting games.
Mhm.
I started competing for like FPS games like a while for a while. I've been competing in FPS for a while.
Mm.
So I think I started playing PUBG Mobile because I didn't have a computer back then. Only recently I got a computer.
Yeah.
And I started competing in PUBG Mobile for a while. And I competed alongside it while I was playing Smash for a bit. And I kind of just stopped because I kind of like Smash. I really like Smash a lot. So I kind of just stopped playing PUBG. And also my hands were hurting when I was playing PUBG because it's PUBG. PUBG Mobile, the way I play PUBG Mobile is really weird because I play with all my fingers
Mhm.
on like a big iPad screen. So let's say like this iPad, like this iPad.
Mhm.
Imagine like this iPad, and then I'm playing like this on PUBG Mobile.
Sure.
And I played like that for like 2 years, 3 years maybe, because I started playing PUBG when I was like 12, 11, and I started developing just pain in my hands, like hand problems, wrist problems after playing for that for so long. So I kind of just stopped and I switched
Here.
over to Smash, and the controller felt so much better than just actually playing with every finger and every ounce of strength you have. So yeah, that's how I started competing
Okay.
in general.
Here, Redex is saying, show the fingerprints.
They'll show yeah, I did. I showed the 10 finger style on PUBG.
I mean, it's kind of weird to be honest. Like
Yeah,
using the whole both whole hands in just one like iPad
I
game.
thought it would be the most effective and efficient way to play.
Was it?
It was.
Okay.
I thought it would be the most effective way to play. It was. It just really hurts your hands
I bet it
if
did.
you play for too long.
I bet
It
it did.
definitely did. I have like a wrist wrist strap for my arms for my
Mhm.
hands when it starts hurting, so I don't accidentally like move it too much.
Mm.
So I just wear that sometimes if my hands get out of
Yeah.
like if it hurts too much. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't gravitate towards other other battle royale type games after PUBG kind of like went into.
I didn't have a computer for like
Mm.
for like 10 years.
Yeah.
I only had it when I was a little kid, and I only got it recently once I got into high school.
Mm. All right.
And but like for most of the time, I was playing like Smash, like early days of my Smash and pandemic era, and during my like PUBG days, I didn't really have a computer. So the only battle royale that would I actually like play a lot is PUBG Mobile.
Mm.
COD didn't really like click with me too much.
Yeah.
I played for fun if like they'd want me to, but I didn't really click with COD too much. It's really PUBG that really made me start getting into competitive and finding out that there's actually a competitive scene in gaming.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, how was your first tournament in Smash?
I went 0-2. No wait, I went 1-2. I went 1-2.
Do you remember who you won against?
I beat a Rob player named Derptastic. He doesn't play anymore. I beat a Rob player named Derptastic, and I lost to Samus player named Reaper in winners. And I lost to We Fit Incineroar player in losers named Infinity. And the funniest part? I'm crewmates with both of those players now.
Okay.
Me and those other people, Red X, Lacros, we're all crewmates, and it's so funny because the reason I started talking to the Samus player, the one I lost to in winners,
Mm-hmm.
and that turned into like just us playing a lot and just practicing. I suddenly got into like added to a GC. I woke up one morning, I was in a GC,
Okay.
and I just was like in a friend group now. And I'm like, okay, hype. And that's how I like started like integrating into the Smash community.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that's how I started learning like how to integrate into the Smash community.
Okay. So first and foremost, awesome name. Um, but was it always your tag, your name?
Why is my tag my real name?
I
Because
mean,
I'm
no,
not
no, no.
creative enough.
No, that wasn't my question. My question was
Oh,
if you always had your tag as your name.
oh, okay. Most of the time I did, but
Okay.
I played Pyra Mithra for a while, so I just changed my name to Pyra because I really like Pyra. I was off the Xenoblade 2 hype back then, and I was like, oh, this is so cool, and I was like, so I just changed my name to Pyra for a while.
Okay.
And that's mostly my only tag change. But like I think that was like for a solid year. I had the tag Pyra, and I switched back to Eros. 'Cause I was like, dude, I don't want to get everyone just calls me Eros anyways. I'm just gonna go back to Eros.
Sure.
No one says my tag. No matter what, no one says my tag. They just say Eros. So I was like, might as well change it back.
Fair enough. Fair enough. The Xenoblade Chronicles 2 hype. Interesting. Sucks that it's the worst game in the franchise, but sure. Um, so out of all the characters, why do you eventually switch to Fox?
Okay, so I did say that I had a character crisis in pandemic.
Yeah.
So during pandemic, I had a character crisis.
Mhm.
So since that happened, I just made Lucina for like 2 years.
Okay.
'Cause, she was like fundamental character. Should help me learn the game. I can't really specialize right now because I don't know who to specialize in. So I was just playing Lucina and like molding because she was so boring to play. For like 2 years. Oh my god. I was just like, dude, Lucina's so boring, but I can't play anyone else in tournament. So I just played Lucina for like 2 years.
Mhm.
And then after that, I found out me brawler was a thing. Oh yo, me brawler is so cool, man. You know why do?
Because of
Why
Ethan.
do no why do? Why do? He's
Oh
a
yeah, why you?
me
Yeah.
brawler player. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr. Guy Fieri. Yeah, he was my idol back then. Axe kick all the way, dude. And I just played me brawler for a while, and then after the Thrupper buffs, I started thinking of like Thrupper being an actual option, and I saw Isam doing it, and like other players like Ghost and freaking who else? I don't know. Yeah, like Ghost. Ghost was the main one I watched. Ghost and Isam. I was like, oh, I should switch to Thrupper, and I was like, this guy has a lot of combo potential and a lot of damage potential. But the problem I'm having with brawler is that I have to approach. I have to be constantly approaching. I have to play first most of the time since I don't have like a solid projectile
Mhm.
to. I don't have a solid projectile to like make them forced to approach me if I want them to.
Yeah.
So I looked at the roster and I kept on seeing Brawler being compared to Fox, and I noticed like, wait, Fox has a laser. Doesn't this like force people to approach? You should play Fox. It's also top tier, no? Like, oh, top tier, nice. So I just started playing Fox because he had a way to force people to approach because I don't like approaching 90% of the time. I'm not gonna lie. Come on. I've turned into a chronic camper. I've chronically became like a pure camper. So Fox just helped me with that. Because with Brawler I can't really super camp because I can't really have a way to force approaches. But with Laser, I found a way to just force approaches and that made my life 10 times better.
Okay. I mean, my so a couple of things from this. First and foremost, are you all those type of players that think that Brawler is top tier
Oh
or
yes, I do
Asan?
think Brawler is tough.
Oh my god.
I'm with Isam here.
No, it doesn't make
I'm with Isam.
sense. The character has barely any results, and it has a pretty abusable recovery.
I think with BDK it's doable. Like burning the Isam moves, I think it's doable with BDK.
Sure, I guess, but
And
it's
and
not.
then
It's
I
not a
think his
top
like
20
pressure is
character.
pretty progressive.
He's not a top 20
I
character. I can think of 25 better characters than Brawler in the current meta.
Do you think Sheik is better than Brawler, or do you think Sheik is also bad?
I don't think Sheik is bad, but not top 20. I can think
Mm,
of 30 characters better than Sheik right
yeah,
now.
makes sense.
I do think that Luigi and Yoshi are better, are like top 10 though,
Ooh,
and
I think
Bayonetta
they're both
and
broken.
Min Min.
Oh, I think Min Min's top. Min Min's in my top 10, or like in my top 15 at least. Like the character's so dumb.
Yeah, it
The more
is.
I watch Doramigi, the more I just started like, damn, Doramigi is so good. But this Min Min character is also so good.
Yeah. I mean, there are like five, if I'm not mistaken, five Min Min mains in the top 150 that are from Japan. Like,
Oh yeah,
I think it's
they're all from Japan.
no, because there's also Xerxol from the U.S. and Chag from Mexico.
Oh, Chad
But
plays Min Min.
Chag currently mains more Min Min than Palu.
I
I'm
didn't know he switched to Min Min.
it
That's
didn't
wild.
he didn't switch to Min Min. It's like it's like a 55% Min Min, 45% Palu.
That's wild. I didn't know he picked it up then. I thought he
Yeah,
was just a solo Palu.
and no, and to be honest, his Min Min is a little bit more hype than his Palu.
Hey, they're both kind of lame.
No,
They're both
what you
kind of lame.
mean? No, what you mean?
I
They're
think
both
I th-
hype.
I think Palu's lame. I think Min is slightly better. I think Palu is lame.
God damn it. I mean,
Like,
no.
oh my
But
gosh.
going back, I think, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, the minions from Japan are Doromigi, Rimu, Amatsu, Malk.
Yeah.
Who's
I like
missing?
watching
Oh, and
Doramigi the
Mao. There
most.
we go. Five.
Yeah. I like watching Doramigi the most because I also I played Min Min Brawler for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
That was a toxic. That was during like late pandemic era. I decided, oh, Min Min's broken. I'm gonna pick her up. So I just played it.
And then the patch arrived and it's like, oh well, Min Min's not broken
Yeah, yeah,
anymore.
that's what I thought. And I dropped her instantly. She got nerfed twice. No more Min Min.
Yep. But oh my god, I don't know. I think Min Min is pretty hype, and then but it's still a top 10 nowadays. Is a top 10 character, and in my opinion, the meme that I like to watch the most is either Rimu or Chag. I think those are the top two for me.
Amy's pretty good. I like watching Rainbow the second most.
Hmm
I like Dormigi because he's like so good at it. His flow charts for edge guarding so solid.
They are pretty solid. Yet I get Chag is just the goat, and then Rimu has had an amazing run at the throne, so it was pretty epic.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, going back to the question. So, what is your where do you see Fox right now in the career meta?
I think he's broken.
It's
I think
top
he's
10.
like, su- yeah, definitely for me top 10.
Okay.
I think he's super broken
Yeah.
because like the thing, Fox is able to keep up with so much of the other characters' advantage states,
Mhm.
and maybe even like surpass some advantage state
Yeah.
characters. And his neutral's so stupid because he doesn't need to commit,
Mhm.
but he can also commit. But he's also fast. He's faster than ZSS. Hi, Exxon. He's faster than CSS, so I'm just able to like catch characters I shouldn't be able to catch. And then like even in like the top 10, he does well against a lot of the characters. I'd say he only does bad against like Game and Watch or something, and like Pikachu and like the top tiers or like Luigi. Luigi, you said Luigi's top 10 for you, right? Yeah, but
Yeah, this is top 10.
Luigi's dumb. I hate the Luigi matchup. That's why I have Sonic, but like I still can't play Sonic.
Recently, like a couple of months back, the best player in one of the best players in South America who also means Fox. I don't know if you heard of Sticks.
Mm.
Um, he recently said that the Fox Game and Watch matchup is even, and it comes
I think it's minus point 0.5 or minus 1. But
really.
I can see an argument for even.
Yeah, yeah. He was like, yeah, no, Game and Watch is even, and it mostly comes down to try to. I mean, if I found the tweet, I'll send it to you. But he had a pretty convincing argument.
Yeah,
Um,
I think there's definitely an argument for even with Game and Watch.
yeah. I
It's
mean,
just I feel like there's some parts of the gameplay which gets really annoying for Fox. So
sure.
like you need to really play well. But I don't think it's -2. I think our only -2 matchup is Luigi.
Really? Wait, Luigi? Really? Why? More than
I
Game and
hate
Watch.
Luigi.
I mean, but it's a worse matchup for you, or
Luigi
it's a worse
Pikachu.
matchup for Fox?
I'd say for Fox
Really?
because I don't. I think Luigi's super dumb because like
I mean, he is, but
yeah, he has to play. Fox has to play in that range where Luigi can just kill him, and being a
mhm.
fast faller makes it like kind of easy.
Okay.
And Luigi has edge guarding, and then Luigi also has like he has good outer shield, which makes it much more annoying. Like it's hard to touch Luigi's shield. Like against a good Luigi, it's hard to touch his shield.
Okay.
And then he Fox's frame traps. He has to be more careful because he has Cyclone. That one sucks. I hate Cyclone. Cyclone's probably my like one of my most hated moves in the game. Because every time like Lacrimosa picks Luigi against me, I'm just go, huh? And I get like and I get out he gets out of the frame trap, but then he gets put into another frame trap where he can Cyclone. And then it's just like, oh my god.
Mhm.
Like there's too I feel like there's too much threat. And then Luigi has like a lot of kill power,
Mhm.
which makes it so Fox has a harder time getting.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think it makes sense because recently there was this event in South America, like a really
Yeah.
large major, like a really large national event, and Stinks went there, and he only lost to Toguro, like it's a Mario Luigi co-main, and most people thought that Toguro was gonna go Mario during that set, and in both sets of Toguro winning against Sticks, it was 3-1 in both sets. Um, Toguro pretty much almost like it was a little bit close, but in a couple of games, Toguro destroyed Sticks with Luigi.
Yeah,
So
the matchup's so volatile. Like
yeah,
sometimes you can get close if you guess right, but like if you're not guessing right, you kind of just explode. So sucks. It
I get it.
absolutely sucks. Like
Yeah, yeah, I
I
get it.
don't like that.
I
I
understand.
forgot the name of the Luigi player, but I fought a Luigi player from Indonesia. That was the
Mm,
most AIDS thing ever because I was just like trying to bait out Cyclone for like the whole game.
mm,
Yeah, that was just I think the name of Luigi like Soya. I think not sure. Most of the Indonesia doesn't play anymore.
okay,
But like it's I just like I don't like fighting. I really don't like fighting Luigi.
okay.
I can't deal with Luigi in this game.
Here, I found it. I found the tweet.
Honestly,
Yeah. So,
let me find it.
so is here it says Game and Watch dies too fast. He has an issue landing against Fox. And it's always most Game and Watch uses Dare or Air Dodge, and you can whiff punish hard against Game and Watch, and also Game and Watch has a struggle with mobility in general.
Yeah, that makes sense. Especially since like you can laser. Since them bucketing laser doesn't really matter that much.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
like being able to use laser is such a big part of the matchup. That's why like spams it whenever he fights Mia.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely. I think the even argument is definitely up in the air for that because I just think it's -1 or 0.5 because like the edge guarding and the shield play is a bit annoying,
Yeah.
and then you're still playing corner against Game and Watch even if you laser.
Mhm. I get it.
Yeah,
So, how do you find your playstyle in comparison to other Fox means?
I watched a lot of Comet. Do
Comment.
you know that?
Really?
Yeah, Comet. I like how Comet plays.
Wow. I haven't heard that name in a while, and I'm saying years, like
Yeah,
possibly
dude,
2019, 2020.
I loved how Comet played, and I just like I kind of just tried to mix my playstyle between like Comet and Light before I
Mhm.
tried to find my like actual playstyle. I don't even know what my actual playstyle is right now. I don't even know how my actual playstyle is, but like I kind of just started mixing like their playstyles plus camping from
Yeah.
Lacrimosa, and that's
Okay.
how I kind of got my playstyle right now. But I'm still trying to find. I'm still like trying to find what I want to focus on. Like, what do I want to like specialize? What part of the game do I want to specialize on
Mm-hmm.
to find like what I really want to get good at? Because I'm kind of just based. I'm kind of like a. I'm not a carbon copy of Lacrimosa, but I'm a lot of his theories. I kind of my a lot of his theories and like his thought process is I kind of based around that
Mm-hmm.
and built some of my own, but some of it also like not just like just carbon copy. I just took the theory and his thought process. And that's kind of why I want to try to branch out
Mm-hmm.
into something that's more personalized.
I got it. So what do you think is the least good tilt of Fox?
Fudge. That's a hard one.
Okay.
Least good tilt. Down tilt's broken. Up tilt's broken. So the only answer is F tilt, right?
It technically is, yeah. Unless you want to count
Yeah.
jab, but I don't think jab is
Now I
considered
think
as a
jab is
tilt.
also really good.
Yeah.
I think F tilt's like F tilt's not broken. It's just really good.
Yeah.
And that's saying something. Because one of my favorite combos with Fox is F tilt dash attack.
Mhm.
And I just use that combo a lot in low percent. So I just like I just think F tilt's really good. But like if you look at it in a sense, or if you look at all the other tilts, up
Mhm.
tilt's so broken. I can combo with everything with up tilt. Sometimes I can kill. Down tilt does like 90 if you do the combo, like the attack cancel back air, right?
Yeah.
And then just so like F tilt's my only option. But I think all the Fox's tilts are really broken.
Yeah. You get it. Yeah, it was pretty much comes down to like which one is the least good out of the bunch.
Yeah.
Also a couple of months ago, almost a year ago, when I think about it, I've interviewed KJ, like the best Fox main from the Middle East, and he was like, you don't need to land like have much like having mix ups in landing. You can just land with Nair and it will work 95% of the time. What do you think about that
You're
statement?
I think that's right. Because if you start landing with Nair and they try to parry it, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna parry it. But then you land with down air. They get a free up smash. I usually like landing with like air dodge in there. That's my two mix ups.
Mm.
Air
Yeah.
dodge in there. And then if they start parrying the Nair, I go into down air to
Mm.
get a free kill.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
that's I agree with it. It's kinda broken. Can't
Yeah.
really punish Fox that much for landing with Nair.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But do you think that how easy is to do footstool like fair into footstool off stage in comparison to
Like
what
fair
what it was?
footstool?
Yeah, fair footstool in comparison to what it was in the Smash 4. I don't know if you saw any
Okay.
balls for that.
Oh, I've seen some Smash Play stuff.
Okay, cool.
I didn't really play that much Smash Play. Um Fair footstool. I don't really do fair footstool actually. I do fair shine
Mm. Yeah, I think that's
because
that's a little bit more.
it's more
Uh,
consistent.
yeah,
Because you can catch the jump, but like if you mess up the footstool, you're kind of just like letting them recover for free. That's why I don't really like doing fair footstool. Like I'll do fair footstool on some characters, but not a lot.
yeah, I get it.
So like yeah, fair footstool is just like something I see like only in Smash 4. I
Mhm.
like fair drag down, like on
Yeah,
stage and off stage. I like it on stage more because I like tech chases.
yeah.
Yeah,
Although, now think about it, how easy is to like? I mean, how hard is to do a drag down with upper? Because I've seen it a couple of times. I don't know if it's
drag
true
down
though.
with the up air.
Like doing the
Drag down.
first, like doing the first hit that is not connecting with the second, with the
Oh,
the
like
second
landing
hit, and
upper?
it, yeah, landing upper exactly. Landing
Okay,
up
like
that ends up drag
landing
down.
upper with the first hit.
Yeah.
It's not hard. You can do it.
Mhm.
You just need to like time it a little bit. But like if you do the landing up air into fair, you can like and it's on if you're next to a platform, like there's a platform here,
Mhm.
and then you land up air, and then they have to land like here next to the platform. You get like a free down smash or up smash, especially
Yeah.
on floatier characters.
Yeah.
You just I like landing up air for tech chase on platforms. If
Mhm.
I can get a read. I don't really use landing up air that much on shield. I like using it as like a very occasional mix up. But I usually like using fair cross up
Mhm.
because I can get like a lot of kills and I and information from it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So, um, what do you think? I mean, do you think that nowadays, in the most recent like months, the
Mm.
Fox Steve matchup is not as bad as people were thinking due to the
I never
uh,
thought it was bad.
really
I never thought. I thought it was even. I've always thought it was even.
interesting.
You just need good SDI. Promise you. It's you're gonna get jabs trained off stage, but you can SDI hard enough to not get spiked, to not get the spike hitbox. You're kind of cooked though if they have timer because they can just F smash and you're dying at 60. But once you get out of that percent where you can jab train, Fox really like dominates Steve in the neutral. Like not really dominate, but it's very oppressive.
Mm-hmm.
Fox's neutral against Steve is very oppressive because Fox is just faster on everything, and Steve doesn't have really like speed. And then the hitboxes are like good, but like if you're good at, he doesn't really have like a multi hit mix up. So
Mm-hmm.
I like parrying a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
So and then you Fox can catch minecart. He can reflect minecart. Since Steve doesn't have a since Steve doesn't have a hitbox on like the later end of his recovery, you can up B his recovery, and he'll get like 350%.
Mm-hmm.
And then like anvils, like anvil outer sheet, like footstool anvils, like the only big problem I see in the matchup, other than staying at 0%.
Mm.
0% is really the biggest factor of the matchup. So usually when I play at like 0%, I usually try and get hit by like an anvil or something, like a panic anvil or a panic minecart. So I'm just not at zero anymore.
Mm. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, what is Fox or Skin?
Worst skin, the purple one, but it's also because I have I hate the purple
Oh my
one.
god. Worse than the green and black costume?
I think the green black one's okay. Okay, but the purple one, I have some background with that.
Sure.
I have some personal vendetta on that. So I was at a tournament. I was in call because it was not like a ranked tournament. I was at a tournament, right?
Yeah.
And I was playing the eight alt for like a while,
Yeah.
and then I'm in call with like Red X, Lacrimosa, other people, right, from Philippines. And I was playing eight alt. I was recording the game, and I couldn't focus on the game because since I was playing the eight alt, they just said it's the purple man from FNAF. And I couldn't focus on the game. And I lost the grand finals because of it. And I never played the purple out ever since. And that's
Oh.
why I hate the purple out. Because I lost the grand finals of an unranked tournament. Even if it's unranked, I lost the grand finals of that tournament because they were screaming FNAF in my ears, like purple man. And I couldn't focus on the game once I like took them up. Like once I got off my headphones. I couldn't focus because all I was thinking was purple guy. And
Oh my god, that's so sad. That's so
it's the
sad yet so
dumbest
true.
reason. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I lost the tournament because they were screaming FNAF in my ear.
God damn it. Um,
But I think the ice would be fine if it wasn't for that.
what's your perspective on the other species?
Fox is the best one for sure. I think Wolf is the worst.
Me too.
Yeah, I think
People
Wolf
are like starting to find out that Falco is actually much more consistent
Falco's
than Wolf.
crazy. Yeah, and Falco has better like pokies. He can
Hmm.
poke better because
Yeah.
of laser. Because laser is so dumb. Then shine.
Hmm.
And then he has a lot of combo potential. Wolf is too honest for this game.
I mean, I think Wolf is. I mean, I talked about this before, but Wolf is perfect for like trying to learn the game, like in the first few
Yeah,
months of one trying the game, and then after that, you see that Wolf is a little bit too inconsistent killing and has a really shitty recovery.
yeah.
Actually, I think that Wolf is like one of the worst recoveries in the game. Like if you if like
I can see it.
for me recovery not only is like the base recovery but also how to mix up your recovery after a hit or
Yeah,
recovery mix up in general. And Wolf has one of the worst recovery mix ups in general. And
yeah, definitely.
when you see a Falco, it's a character that has a lot of combo potential, got a lot with different mechanics, has
High
the best.
jump.
I think that it has the best shine out of the
Yeah.
three
Oh, definitely.
because I mean it's like a disjointed shine. in comparison to other shit to other
Then you
twos.
can poke with it. You
You
can
can,
poke with the shine. Like you can
yeah,
just like jump and then shine, and then it pokes their shield, and it doesn't. And they don't move, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's the most annoying move ever.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. Uh,
Yeah,
and if you think about it, like if you see like rankings and stuff, it's the spacey with most representatives. It has
yeah,
like four in the top 50 of the Lumi rank.
because he's
Uh,
easier than Fox.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, no, I don't. Wait, Falcon's not easier
like
to
at
beat
a
than
top
Fox.
level, Falco at the top level. I feel like both are hard, but like I feel like Falco's slightly easier than Fox at the top level. No one does it like light. That's all I'm saying. Then we have like four Falco players.
I mean, the thing
Even the
is that
Japanese foxes can't deal with it.
yeah, I mean, Passerman and Kaninabe are pretty inconsistent. I mean, they're pretty high, but they're pretty inconsistent.
Yeah, they're inconsistent.
Yeah, but at the same, oh my god, I don't know.
Yeah,
You fucked me up with that one, huh? It's so weird to think about. Yeah, I don't know if it's easier. It's easier to be better with Falco than with Fox for sure, but
yeah.
it's not easier to pick up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
Fox is more easy. Fox is more straightforward to pick up.
Yeah, for sure.
I can't play Falco. I can't play Falco well. I don't know how to combo with him. I hate high jumps.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So yeah, I think Fox is definitely easy to pick up.
Mhm.
But to
Yeah.
get good with the character is hard. Like consistency. This is the
Yeah.
hardest part with Fox. I was inconsistent for a long time.
Mhm. I have this take, this hot take. I don't
Hmm.
think Wolf is that hype.
I don't think Wolf is hype. I hate Wolf.
Really? I mean,
I'm traumatized. And also like this character's not hype. You have your like hitboxes that like have like priority, and then you just have your like combos, and then it's normal ass character, man. Like you don't do anything cool. You're just doing fair bear wolf flash. I've seen that clip like it's probably ingrained in my memory. I can probably like play the combo over and over again in my memory.
yeah,
I've seen that clip so much.
yeah, it kind of sucks.
Yeah, you can't
Uh,
really fast too much with the character.
no, you cannot. In comparison to Fox and Falco, where you have
Yeah,
we have unlimited combo potential,
unlimited
and
sauce potential.
yeah, it has unlimited sauce.
Yeah.
In comparison to Wolf, where I mean, it's cool to see a backer killing at 70%. You know. Uh,
Wow! Wow! I love dying at 70 because I got faired.
um, I don't know, but I think it mostly comes down to if the wolf is pretty. It has has a pretty consistent like killing options, and but
Yeah,
it's more player dependent and not character dependent.
yeah. Wolf is a character who's like you play the player more. I think
Yeah,
than
exactly.
the character.
So, have you played with any other character in a tournament setting?
I
Like,
played a lot of characters.
let's keep it offline because I know that you in online you play with a
Mm.
shit ton of characters.
Okay, so you know how Lacrimosa told you that he's won a tournament with like a lot of characters.
Yeah.
I've also done the same thing. On one of the hilltops, not recent. I think yeah, last year. One of the hilltops last year.
Mhm.
I thought one character with 12 characters. So I went Roy, Crom, Pyromithra, Samus, Kazuya, Me Brawler, Marth, Lucina, Joker. I don't remember the rest. That's the ones I remember. Oh no, Min Min, Sonic,
You said
and
Sonic alright, I
then
think.
yeah, but like I want to play with 12 characters, but mostly offline. I've already like concretely stuck to Fox, and like
Mhm.
actually like serious tournaments. I've done like just mostly Fox runs, and then I tried one tournament of Sonic. I won that tournament. That was okay. And then, but yeah, I usually run mostly Fox now offline.
Mhm.
I just kind of go other characters until I get to like the players who can fight my Fox.
Mm. Fair enough. So, do you feel happy about how the ultimate roster ended, or you have like someone else added?
I'm okay with it. I didn't really have anyone who I wanted to add.
Really
Yeah.
interesting.
I
So
don't know. I didn't really know. Okay, that was really dumb. I didn't know who Sora was. I didn't know
no,
who Sora was.
not gonna lie, and this is kind of sad for me to say this. I didn't know who Terry was,
Oh, me too. I
but
didn't know who Terry was either.
like take this into consideration. You know that Hero was important for the Japanese community, like in terms of like
Yes.
hype, and Banjo Kazooie was for North America. Terry was
Yeah.
important for the South and Latin American community because
I didn't know who Terry was.
King of Fighters and Fatal Fury is played a lot in South American and Latin American arcades and stuff.
Hmm.
The thing is that I haven't played like fighting arcades like consciously until after Smash. Like a lot of, I
Yeah.
mean after Terry got added into Smash. So
I didn't know who like half the rock. I knew Kazuya, of course.
yeah.
I didn't know Pyramithra. Actually, them being added was the reason I played the game.
Okay.
But like,
Interesting.
this is weird. I knew Min Min. Min Min. I played Arms, bro. I was like, yo, Min Min. I haven't seen this character in forever. When did they get added? But like, oh, I was hyped. I was like, yo, hype Min Min. I get to play a character I play from
Hype
Arms,
Hype Min Min is added. Wow, that's something
right?
I never heard.
I'm one of the players who enjoyed Arms, man. Arms was fun. I had a
I
lot of fun
mean,
with Arms for a while.
Arms was a fun gimmick,
Yeah,
but
it was not lasting.
a fun game like
I had
I don't
fun with the game
know.
for a decent amount of time, and I
The
stopped
fine
because actually
the
just went
fine
to something
decent
else.
amount of time because
A few months.
oh, okay. That's not a decent amount of times because normally when people say I play Arms for a decent amount, I have fun playing Arms for a decent amount of times. It's mostly less than a week. So you saying
I
that
played
you
for
play
a few
Arms for a
months.
decent amount of times and it was actually 2 months? That's wild.
Yeah, like it was fun. I had a lot of fun with it.
Sure, again, it's not a bad game per se. It's just that the gimmick runs like the gimmick gets boring after a while
Yeah,
pretty quick.
I like fighting people, like especially like my family members on Arms. It was pretty fun.
Yeah,
I had fun
um,
with it for a while.
yeah, for sure. Although I think that the issue with Arms for me at least is that
Mm.
they were pretty adamant of doing it like with motion controls, you know.
Yeah,
And but at the end of the day, it's just a little bit more fun with just a controller.
yeah.
But even then, it gets pretty tiresome after a while, regardless
I
of
like
the
playing it
of
with
your.
motion controls.
I mean,
I like playing motion controls. I like moving.
sure. It's just that I'm gonna be honest. I don't think the Switch really understood how to do motion controllers like the Wii.
Oh yeah, definitely. The Wii's motion controls is better.
Yeah, I mean, I think Wii motion controls, as shitty as it was with the Wii Motion Plus, had a
Yeah.
better had a better mobility and functionality than the
Wii
Switch.
Sports was like my childhood. I played that game like next to Brawl so much.
I think Wii Sports and Wii
Wii-
Sport Resorts are the two games in my top five of most played in my life.
They're so fire. They're so good.
Yeah, they are.
I love it. I love them. I love the bowling, and then the fencing one, the one on the
Mm,
platform with the swords. Oh, those are so good.
yeah. Now my two favorites and were baseball and plane.
Plane.
Like
I don't.
the plane mode in Wii Sport
Oh,
Resorts. Like
oh yeah. Okay, okay, yeah. That's pretty. I like that. I like the baseball one. Right?
yeah,
Baseball one's fun.
yeah. But again, I think Arms the issue with Arms also was that it didn't have like good character like classic mode, you know? Like it
Oh
didn't
yeah.
have that for it to be like interesting. Like
Mm.
if you had like a decent story mode, I think the game will have last made a bigger impact than what it is right now.
Oh, I definitely think. I think the Armstrong one was kind of mid. I kind of just like fighting my like cousins and sisters.
Yeah,
on arms, and I played that for a while.
yeah, fair enough. So, how do you feel about the ultimate meta overall as it stands right now?
I like it.
Me too.
I like the camp. I like Campier. I like Campier. The Campier meta more safe. Makes more sense to me
Hmm.
rather than the rush down meta before.
Yeah,
And I love watching. Okay, I love watching Sonics. I
I love watching Sonics as
Yeah,
well.
Sonics
But
is so fun to watch.
I mean,
Um,
wait, you're saying like Sonic's the player or Sonic's the
player,
characters?
player, player,
Okay,
player.
okay.
Watching general like I like only watching Sonics. Sonics is the only player I like watching
To
out of Sonic
to
because
me,
I don't
like
really know that.
top
Yeah.
representatives of Sonic is Sonic. I mean Sonic's Taike from Japan, and
Mm.
recently I started enjoying more Wrath.
I haven't watched Wrath in a while actually.
Like for a long period of time, like since Smash Four, Wrath was one of those players where it's like, oh my god, no, I don't like watching Wrath.
Mm.
And I think it was in Let's Make Moves Miami that I started watching all of his sets, like just because I wanted to give like other Sonic mains like a chance, and then I watched his set against Mia. It was pretty hype, not gonna lie. And Taike in general was always one of those characters that played Sonic like really interesting and really
Yeah.
fun. Not
I
Ken though.
should
Okay,
watch that.
I don't like watching Ken. I never like watching
I don't
Ken.
like watching kids. I like Sonic's Sonic has like so many intricate things
Hmm.
he does, like intricate tech or intricate like things like this intricate spacing movement, whatever.
Yeah,
Like in camping, and it's just so fun to watch. It's so cool.
yeah,
And his punish game is like on point. And
for
it's
sure.
like it's true. When I watch him, I feel like this is like peak on like how the meta should play. Like he is playing near perfect on how the meta should be played.
Yeah, exactly. That's my game.
Yeah.
But I think that one thing that makes Sonic's and Sonic in particular like a really interesting character in the meta is that Sonic's and Wrath and many other Sonic mains are practicing a lot together and making the character much more fun and much more viable in the meta. And that's why it's getting
Yeah.
a much more interesting representation in general. Similar to like how Steve has his own Discord server and it has like players with like Toon and Onin and Didi and and
Yeah.
Just Blue and Animetry and many other Steve mains that are constantly grinding and finding much more things with the character. The same thing happens with Sonic, and that's something that unfortunately in any other like character Discord or character groups just doesn't happen as often.
Yeah. Like you think the ZSS Discord or the ZSS community is like super good together, man? There's like the ZSS haters and the ZSS lovers. Like
Yeah.
they're like they're what's the word? They're split. They're like they're not together. They're not helping each other. One
Mm.
of them thinks she's ass. One of them thinks she's like broken. So like conflicting.
What do you think about it? Where do you place
I
CSS in the
think
current
ZSS
meta?
is high tier. Just for me. It's high tier. I
Is
don't think she's like the top tier.
like is it 20? Is it top 20, top 30, top 15?
Like top 30.
Yeah,
Top 30, top yeah.
maybe top 25 in a good day.
Yeah.
I just think that
Maybe.
it has a lot of inconsistent moves and really weird matchup spread.
Inconsistent moves. I definitely agree with that one. I think it's the matchup spread that really cooks ZSS. Like
Yeah,
she has a harder time with a lot of the top tiers. Fox, Pyramithra, pretty pretty bad as well.
yeah.
Yeah, that two that's the biggest examples. But she does. She also has like some good anti-meta stuff, like Luigi,
Mm,
Steve. That's the three ones.
yeah, I think CSS falls into the category of anti-meta characters.
Yeah, definitely an anti-meta character.
Yeah, so it's pretty interesting to see like how CSS shifts in the
Yeah,
meta because sometimes it's like top 15 and then sometimes
yeah,
it's not even in the top 35 It really depends on the tournament and the recency bias
Yeah,
because
definitely.
you see Mars getting ninth at Supernova, and then you see Mars getting 65th, and let's make me big moves. It's like,
Mm.
well, what happened in the middle, you know? And then you see it, and then you see Mars getting top 8 or top 12 in another major, and it's like, well, I think CSS is going back into his groove. But
And
after
then they get
that,
like 33rd.
yeah,
Like it's so inconsistent. It's so hard in this weather because it depends on your like bracket run sometimes.
yeah,
And
and
the high level.
another shitty thing with CSS is like it mostly depends on just one player. I mean, I really love
Yeah,
Shu, I really love Doorstop and many other CSS
Shion.
mains. Yeah,
Yeah,
but after that, it basically comes down to how Marsh is doing in the tournament, and
yeah.
it sucks.
There's been like a recent ZSS player I saw, Leviathan. He 3-1-0 and then went game 5 with Light.
Hmm.
That was wild. I felt like that was his ZSS is kind of crazy,
Hmm.
but like I can't tell until he start like gets cooked because like Light went game 5. He choked a 3 stock lead and then he just did really good against Zero. Like
Hmm.
that was just played really well against the
Yeah.
Steve. So that was really fun to watch him as of recent, and I'm really curious to see how he'll continue trying to get higher placings and
Hmm.
get better at the game because I want to see ZSS back in the meta. It's better than like a few other characters I want out.
I mean, in my opinion, it also comes down to the fact that I mean, for me, the CSS that I'm watching the most after March, of course, is a
Mm.
CSS from Japan that has a even record against Aquila. Like it's like I think it's like 3-2 or 3-3. I mean it's like Maidon, I think is the name.
I know who you're talking about. I don't know the name. I know
Yeah.
who you're talking about.
Well, yeah, I think that that player is if it has
Yeah,
like a good record or something, people are gonna watch that player the most after
yeah.
Mars, of course.
Like I think it's so good as an anti meta. Like if ZSS was easier, it's such a good counter pick.
I think that the issue with CSS is that CSS got nerfed at the worst time possible
Yeah,
because CSS was getting amazing results in Japan. CSS won a super major with Mars winning Genesis, and the team behind um, the Smash patches were like, "Oh shit, this character's broken. Let's just nerf
too
it."
good, man.
And let's
Let's
just
never up B and there and everything.
yeah, exactly. And basically CSS went from a top 10, top even maybe top 5 character into not even reaching top 30.
Yeah. Oh god, it's the fall off was so bad.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, the fall off just went down the drain like straight.
Yeah.
Even
And
some of
worse
the
part.
ZSS player here in the Philippines dropped ZSS. They only have one now.
And worst part is that maybe if it weren't in like pre-pandemic, maybe the character could have had some interesting mix-ups and interesting development, but because CSS was nerfed, I think during the pandemic, and CSS horribly sucks online. Like it's just almost unplayable. People were gravitating towards other characters or just dropping the game
Yeah,
in general, and like CSS went into this abysmal part of the meta where nobody plays them or like one or two players play them, and it sucks because
yeah,
CSS
definitely.
and it sucks because CSS in general is pretty hype. It's like in my opinion, it's like
Yeah,
top 15 hypest
she's
character in the
fun to
game.
watch. I like watching good ZSS.
Yeah,
Unfortunate, like all the ZSSs are gone. You know,
yeah.
all of the good ZSSs are like not doing as well as well.
Mm, fair enough. So, how in your opinion, how possible is for a Southeast Asian international like Ace High to happen once again in 2025?
Uh, I think it's possible for Ace High. I don't think it's really our like like that kind of international. I don't think that's our problem in tournaments. I think it's like people can't really go out of the country because we're
Mm.
all children. We're all little kids. We just came out of, like the pandemic. and like some of us are getting like some of them just turned 18. I'm not even 18.
Mm.
I'm like 17. I can't even go out the country without a guardian. And
Mm.
like some people are just turning 18, some people are 19. Like we're still really early, so we don't really have like the means to compete overseas without looking for like a college overseas
Yeah.
or go, like looking for a scholarship in Japan or something.
Mm.
That's the main thing I feel like that holds us back because we don't really have the experience and like means of money, like money to just bring us out the country and compete more.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
That's really I think the main problem. But I do want to see more international tournaments here. Like I want to fight Pro. I've played Neo. That was really fun. And like just like those fighting those like level of players would be really like really good for experience for like our top players.
Mm-hmm. I understand. So we've been talking a lot. We've been talking a lot about video games in general. Now I want to talk about your other hobbies and interesting for a little bit. So tell us,
Okay.
what do you like to do besides playing video games?
I like working out. I like working out a lot. So I
Mm-hmm.
work out 4 or 5 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's not like the super like bodybuilders. It's for more for the athletic because I also do boxing.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really good at it. Still like beginner.
Mm-hmm.
But boxing's been like one of my things I've been wanting to get into. And I got into it like last year and it's been really fun to do.
Interesting.
And yeah, it's a really good thing for my like athletic stuff and more like cardio. It keeps me healthy when I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like rot in my chair the whole day playing Smash.
Yeah, I get it.
Other than that, I do guitar. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's right there. There's my guitar. Right there. So I also do guitar. One of my friends is helping me with guitar. Is teaching me
Mm-hmm.
how to like play the guitar, and I've only been playing for like a year. I'm still not that good because I'm just like mostly using it for singing. Like I sing with the guitar while playing.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. I like anime. Like anime a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I usually just follow that. I like collecting manga. Actually, I have a. Are you into Monster Hunter?
Uh, I like the idea of Monster Hunter, but I understand why people like it. It's just not for me.
Makes sense. I have like a on top of this like wardrobe. I have like a collector's edition Raphael's figure. It's
Awesome.
kind of fire.
For
Yeah.
my yeah, it sure is.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
no, you were saying sorry.
Uh, I like doing electronic stuff. Like I like doing fixing keyboards,
Mm-hmm.
mouse, controllers. Actually, controllers is a big thing. A lot of controller stuff here,
Mm-hmm.
and I have my modded controller here. Controller I use.
Do you fix controllers as well, or?
I do fix controllers here. Like Lacrimosa's and Red X's controller, I've done for them. Like
Mm-hmm.
paint job. They have snapback capacitors, other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I also do like controller stuff, and I get some money out of it, but
Yeah.
mostly it's just because I like doing it. And then I fix people's keyboards and other stuff in school if they ask me to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I usually just like doing electronic stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Recently, yeah. Sorry. Sorry. You were saying.
mostly I just play games. Though. That's like the main thing I do.
Cool. So yeah, I recently talked with controller fixer as well, and shout out to Shame from Chile. He told me that it's pretty easy, like in general, to find the pieces for GameCube controllers, and that's why it has a lot of people that are getting into the controller modding and things like that.
Yeah,
But in general, he never gets to uh, fix a pro controller, not because he doesn't have the capacity or anything like that, but he is prefer it's more preferable to not fix a pro controller because of how difficult it is to find the parts and how
it is
expensive it
difficult.
is, and it's most likely to for you to end up damaging the pro controller. What's
Yeah,
your opinion on it?
I agree. It's really hard. I there's so much stuff in the Pro controller and so many like delicate stuff
Mm-hmm.
that you have to be really careful how to do it.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
mostly the only thing I was doing was like I added a snapback capacitor and and a paint job on the actual controller shell. But like, it's really, you have to be really careful.
Yeah, I think at
And
the
if you're
end,
not careful, you like actually break the controller.
yeah, I think at the end of the day, in like in the large scale of things, I mean, no, in the long run, that's a correct
Mm,
term. In the long run, is it's better to just buy another pro controller.
yeah,
Unfortunately,
I have like three,
really.
but I had to fix one, and then the problem with that one was that the battery broke, so I had to find the battery, and then that was just the worst day of my life. I could not find a battery. I only have one like fully working controller now.
Yikes.
Because like it's like it just broke down. Like as soon as you open it, if you do something too much, it just kind of breaks, and it's like I'm just not gonna try again to do a Procon unless it's like a paint job because that one's easier than like actually dealing with the electronical parts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But what do you think it's more difficult to fix a pro controller or fix a Joy-Con?
I've never done a Joy-Con actually.
Really?
I've never been asked for a Joy-Con. I've only been asked for Procons and GCCs,
Mm,
mostly GCCs because
yeah.
everyone here is like plays GCC.
I had an
But I've
issue.
never done a yeah.
I, no, sorry, you were saying.
I've just never done because I mostly just cater to the competitive scene, right?
Mm, yeah,
So it's mostly GCCs and Procons.
for sure. For me, I had like the weirdest issue with my Joy-Con. Like the
Mm.
L button sent me to home.
How does that happen?
I have no clue.
How does that happen?
I mean, it makes sense for my R button to send me home, but after a while, the L button also sent me home. And if you see your Joy-Cons, you'll see that the L button is in the other controller.
What? How does that break like that?
I have no freaking clue.
Did you just buy new
I
Joy-Cons?
had to after a point because
That's wild.
after a while, not only that happened, but the B button worked as the A button and the B button at the same time, and the A button worked as the B button and the A button at the same time.
Oh, that's so bad. That's
Yeah,
horrible.
that's what happens when you play with Joy-Cons too much. And nowadays, my Joy-Cons need to like get fixed because
Yeah.
I has a shit ton of drift.
Easy.
Yeah,
I don't use my Joy-Con. My Joy-Cons are just laying somewhere in my drawer
I
because
mean,
I don't use them.
I use my Joy-Cons for one or two things. One, to play with friends because the controller I use the most is the Pro controller, and I don't want to like grab the Joy-Cons of my wife's Switch because I don't want those controllers to have drift or any other issues with it. And the end of the day is for things like Mario Kart or Smash. And
Yeah,
I end up using the Joy-Cons because I don't want them to have a shit experience with gaming.
makes sense. I don't know,
Um,
I just give like a Horipad controller to people or another program. But like usually it's a Horipad. I mean my Horipad's here, but it's like it's disassembled right now, so the shell's here.
yeah,
'Cause I'm trying to fix my Horipad because the shoulders aren't working.
that
So I'm
sucks.
just like I've ordered the parts, but they're taking so long to get here.
Understandable.
Yeah.
In terms of like music, you said, are you currently just playing the electric guitar, or you also have an acoustic one?
I only have an electric, but I
Mm,
want to buy an acoustic because it's better for like singing and playing. And it's
mm-hmm.
more you can bring it everywhere. You don't have to like bring an amplifier or like a mini
Yeah,
amplifier. So it's much more portable for me.
yeah.
But at some point I do want to like maybe next year I want to get an acoustic because I want to get better at the guitar in general before investing into another guitar.
Yeah, for sure,
Because I feel like if I kind of just let it like sit there, I feel like it's a waste of like my money
for
if
sure.
I buy another guitar.
Yeah.
I did have some like a little bit of drum experience, but it's not a lot. Nothing,
Mm,
not enough to help me on something.
okay. And what is your and going into the anime section? What is your favorite anime like? What is the anime genre that you gravitate towards the most?
What is that?
Like,
Romance probably.
yeah, like
I don't,
shonen, romance, slice of
probably
life,
romance.
horror. Okay,
Romance and slice of life.
Okay.
or romance plus slice of life. Like, that's what I usually gravitate.
Okay.
I
Interesting.
like horror, but I don't like anime. I like analog horror.
Mm.
So like Vita Carnes and like the usual stuff. That's
Mm.
really what I like the analog kind of horror backrooms.
Okay.
But
Interesting.
yeah, but like when it comes to anime, I like watching romance slice of life.
Hmm. So
Sports is an iffy one
isn't it
because
pretty
I
if
don't.
one?
It's an iffy one because the only sports manga I follow right now is Blue Lock.
Fair enough. I think
Yeah,
that's
like
I think a sports anime manga is pretty hit or miss and mostly a miss.
yeah,
I mean, I think Ashita no Joy is good. I think I think Haikyuu is okay.
I think it's
Uh,
fine, solid.
it's solid, and and Slam Dunk is interesting, but I think I can think of more sports anime slash mangas that are bad or pretty much I don't like have a recall on or in their whole story even if I watch them more than sports manga slash anime that are good.
I mean, I have a like like combat sports manga in my top five
Mm.
mangas.
Yeah.
Kengan Ashura, I really like that.
Mm.
Kengan Ashura is really cool.
Mhm.
There's a lot of stuff on it. But like other than Kangen Ashura, I just watched Hajime no Ippo and Bula. That's only two sports manga I've like so far.
Yeah, I get it.
Like I
So,
like mostly like slice of life romance. Like Horimiya, number one for me. I like Horimiya.
mhm.
Then Free Run. You can see the Free Run blushing in the background of
Yeah,
my thing.
yeah, so during the pandemic, was it hard for you to have like to study and have like good online classes, or how was it for
Oh,
you?
okay. Okay, so I was homeschooled until
Oh,
right
cool,
then. I've been homeschooled. I was homeschooled for my nearly my whole life.
cool.
So I was yeah, I was homeschooled nearly my whole. I studied in Oxford like my early years, and I switched to homeschool. My parents switched me to homeschool to like
Mhm.
grade 10. Then grade 11 to 12, I started going to like face to face.
Yeah.
So during pandemic and other stuff, I didn't really have like an effect. I didn't really get affected that much
Yeah.
on pandemic. I kind of what I was used to of just really staying in the house all day and just studying and other stuff.
Mhm.
And my grades didn't really falter. I was still a high honors, highest honors
Mhm.
student during like pandemic. So I didn't really have like any problems with studying.
Yeah.
It was mostly like trying my problems pandemic wise was that there was no Smash tournaments offline where I wanted to go. So I was like, oh, what the hell? There's no Smash tournaments. I just stuck with online for like the longest time.
Mhm.
I think I only went to like my first offline meetup in like 2023,
Mhm.
maybe 2022, like late 2022. And that was like that was the most like eye-opening thing ever because that was my first time playing offline.
Mhm. Yeah.
And after that, I couldn't look at online the same. I got so salty during online every time I played online for like a few months, maybe like a year.
Yeah.
But like ever since I played offline, I just want to be offline. But the problem with me is that I'm really far south of everyone.
Okay.
So riding to a tournament, going to a tournament by car, which is usually what I have to do, takes like
Mm.
3 hours, 2 hours. And
Yikes.
I do that for like I don't go for to any of the weekly like meetups. I don't go to any of the weekly meetups. You only see me at tournaments because I can't. I don't want to travel like 3 to 2 hours to meet up. I only go for it for the tournaments,
Okay.
and it's just but I have car sickness. I have motion sickness as well. So it's so bad. There's a time where I was not used to like going out in a car for like long periods of time. I would just like be out of it every tournament. And that was like a big problem I had going like transitioning to offline.
Mhm.
Because I'd just be dying every tournament. Like I'd be out of it, I'd like have a stomach problem or something. I'd be busy, and it's just like I couldn't like properly focus on the tournament. I still did like okay. I got like ninth a lot,
Mm.
but after that, like once I got like used to going out in a car for a long time, after going to a certain amount of tournaments, I
Yeah.
started getting used to it, and that's when I like my results skyrocketed. I started my results skyrocketed like top five, top eight, consistent,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my god. And like none of them like medicines for like motion sickness really worked on me.
Mm.
So I was just kind of like lost, and I kind of just had to suck it up until I got used to it.
Mm.
So that's a big problem in every tournament. And then for like the bigger tournaments, the 2 day tournaments, it was cheaper for me to hotel than to like drive there, drive home, then drive there for the second day. Because we'd have like 2 day tournaments
Yeah.
on the big conventions. So I just like I'd hotel with like Red X, and then we just stay in the hotel for the 2 days, and I'd go home after the tournament's fully done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
So
that's a
okay.
big problem with me.
Okay. So here's the last section of the interview, the lightning round questions. Here's the moment.
Huh?
Not necessarily have to answer these questions as fast as you can, but nevertheless, there wasn't a specific stage of the interview. We'll go through these questions at random. So Eros, are you ready?
Yes,
You sure?
yes.
Okay, cool. So first question: what is your character demon? This means a character that you hate fighting, even if the matchup is favorable for Fox.
What's the matchup I hate fighting? It's regular with Fox. Lucina.
Really?
I don't like
Why?
swords. I don't like. It feels her having Dolphin Slash is really annoying, and she can edgeguard Fox decently well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know it's like either winning or even for Fox, but like it's just annoying sometimes because like I don't want to think. I just want to press my buttons and win sometimes, and I have to actually turn on my brain for Lucina. So yeah, that's one of the even matchups I don't really like playing.
Mm-hmm. Understandable. So, I don't know if you understand this question. ¿Sabes hablar en español?
Nope.
You understood what I
What
said,
is it?
though.
No, I did not understand what you say.
Oh, I asked if you knew how to speak in Spanish.
No, okay. I only speak English.
Okay.
I don't know how to speak Filipino.
Oh, you know how to. Wait.
I don't. I don't
Hey,
know how to speak Filipino. I'm
wait.
Filipino, but I can't speak
You're.
Tagalog.
Oh, yeah. That was gonna be my question. Like, do you know? You don't know how to speak a Tagalog or
No, I don't.
not?
Um,
Not even Taglish.
nope.
Damn.
My sister, she married an American, and I stayed with them for a long time. So I learned when I was a kid to only speak English. So
Okay.
I don't know how I'm passing in like high school now, and I'm face to face.
Mhm.
I don't know how I'm passing Filipino, like our Filipino classes. I can't even listen to our classes. I'm kind of just like zoned out there because I can't understand what they're saying. I'm kind of just relying on my like memorization of the actual like topics.
Mm.
I just
Yikes.
can't. Like I am out of all my like high school life, I've only gotten like my only low grade is Filipino.
Yikes. Okay. Um, what's your favorite video game?
My favorite. It's not Smash. What is my favorite video game? I mean, what is my favorite video game?
It could be top three if it is too hard for you to pick up top
I
one.
could do top three.
Yeah.
Top three probably would be Smash is in top three, of course.
Mhm.
Smash. This is very recency bias right now, but Marvel Rivals is up there. I really like Marvel Rival. I've been addicted to that game, like ever since that came out.
Do you think it's
And then
Do you think it's better than Overwatch?
yes, I do think it's better in Overwatch because like the devs kind of listen to
Hmm.
people.
Fair enough.
Maybe gameplay wise right now it's not like super better, but like I think the dev support is better than Overwatch right now.
Cool. That's important.
My third favorite game, probably Apex Legends. I'm a big Apex fan. The latest update threw the game into like not that good, like an area, not that good of an area right now. But I really like that game,
Mhm.
And my duo right now for Apex is Sapphire.
Okay.
Probably another crew member in our crew. And we just play Apex a lot. I haven't played that much though, because I've just been addicted to Marvel Rivals.
I'm not really into shooters. Not gonna lie. Like, I think the only shooters that actually had fun playing were Splatoon, Overwatch, Team Fortress 2, of course,
Mm.
and I think that's it.
I think TF2 would be fun for me if I wasn't getting like hard skill diff because I just picked up the game.
Mm, fair enough.
I haven't played the TF2 that much, but yeah, I'm a big shooters person. I've like tried a lot of the new shooters and stuff.
Third person shooter or first person shooter?
Both. I play both third person and first person.
But
I started in third person,
what is
so
your preference?
third person. It's my natural. That's what I'm
Mm,
used to. Because in PUBG, it's third person shooting,
yeah.
so that's what I
Um.
was used to. PUBG Mobile. So I didn't really like switching to first person was a bit weird to me at first.
Okay. Um. I recently, like the last interview I had, literally, like with Romeo Santos, who is a Steve Main from Salvador.
Mm.
He was like, "No, man, the best shooter is called Garden Warfare." I was like, "Dude,
Guardian of Warfare.
that's possibly the worst, one of the worst shooters of all time. What are you talking about?"
Eee. I mean, COD's nice. It's not that COD.
I don't know, but you know what Garden Warfare is? Like the versus
Yeah, the
Zombies.
Plants
Like,
vs Zombies. I
yeah.
had fun with that one casually. I had fun with that one casually for like a week, and I literally never played it again.
I mean, I think that Garden Warfare is good, ironically. If you unironically like Garden Warfare, is like what are you saying? I think Valorant is better is better than
Eh,
Garden Warfare.
Valorant's nice. It's not good. I don't like Valorant, but it's better than Garden of Warfare.
Exactly. Like, or I don't know. I think Battlefront 2 is better than Garden Warfare.
Ooh, I have not played Battlefront 2 actually.
I mean, like that's Star Wars like shooter.
Oh, the Star Wars shooter? I've not played it. I don't really have an opinion on it.
Or
It looks fun.
I don't know. I think Splatoon is better than Garden Warfare.
Realm Royale. That game, that free. There's a free game on the Switch and Steam now. It's called Realm Royale. It's like a third person battle royale. It's a bit weird. Loki, it could be. It's probably either as bad or maybe a bit better than Garden of Warfare.
I don't know.
Right.
But it was a really tense discussion of like 10 minutes of us like saying, no, Garden Royale is good. No, Garden Warfare sucks ass.
That's pretty
Um,
funny.
yeah, it was pretty tense and pretty funny at the same time. Um, what do you think is like the most overrated shooter though?
Valorant.
More than Fortnite.
Fortnite has some like casual stuff you can do. Valorant's just pure try hard. Like there's not really much content you can actually do. You can make content out of Fortnite, but it's harder to make content out of Valorant.
More than Counter Strike then?
Guardian Strike.
Like Counter Strike,
Wait,
like CS:GO.
Knockout CS:GO. Both are pretty bad. I don't like both. I played both. I'm like plat in Valorant. I also like got a decently high rank in CS. I don't like both though, and CS is not really like super popular now.
Hmm.
It's mostly Valorant that's really popular, and it's like super. Why do people like Valorant? There's so many better shooters, like Apex Legends.
No. I mean, I understand what you mean. I mean, Apex Legend looks good, but it's just sorry
I
for the
think
sorry for the
the
touch of
patch before.
sorry for the touch
Go,
of
go,
take in advance, but Apex is just a shittier
go.
version of Fortnite.
I think the patch before the one they just did was better than Valorant. But like overall, I can see Valorant being like better because they have more like consistent patches.
Yeah,
Apex is either a high high or a low low.
exactly.
There's no in between. But like once you
Exactly.
get to those high highs, it's a really good game.
Yeah, but does it worth it after those low lows?
That's why you don't play during those updates. That's what I do. I don't play during the bad updates, and then I play during the good updates.
But that sucks. That's like the worst type of of patches. It
Yeah, I
doesn't make
think it's really
sense.
EA's problem. It's really EA's problem with it. But I think Valorant's just like too stale.
I mean, I
It's so
get
rinse
it.
and repeat.
I get it, but that's the issue of trusting EA, you know?
Yeah. Trusting EA is like, oh my god. EA, man.
Like
I wish
EA
they were
issues.
good. If
I
Respawn was holding it, it'd be so much better. But they're just like dealing with this other stuff.
yeah, for
They
sure.
can't. They don't really have a say in the patches, which sucks.
Mhm. For sure, for sure. But honestly, for me, I think it's I don't know. I always like the idea of like a 5v5 6v6. Maybe I might get into Marvel Rivals,
Ooh, let's
but
go.
at the end of the day, I don't like shooters in general. It's
I
just
like a
not.
lot of
It's
shooters.
just not for me, man.
Yeah.
It's. I think
One of
I could get really competitive into Marvel
mm,
Rivals, like but the idea is just it just doesn't function for me. I don't like the idea of
yeah.
skins, for example. I never liked it.
Oh, skins. That's a topic.
Like
Mm.
I just don't like the idea of wasting money.
I like it if you like if you play for a good amount of time, you're able to unlock it. But you
Mm.
can't do that in Valorant. You can't do that in Apex. I mean, you can, but you have to put an ungodly amount of hours into the game. I have no skins in Apex, and I'm already have like 500 hours in the game. And my
Yikes.
friend has like over like 5,000 hours, and he only has like one skin right now, like one like heirloom, fade heirloom skin. And it's like, oh, so ass. It's just so bad.
It
Like I don't
is.
like overpaid skins. Like there's a Valorant skin that was $100. Like why? Why? Why, dude? Like I wanna get skins, but I want there to be like a free to play option that's slower. Like you're allowed to put skins. I'm fine with that, and you can pay if you want them fast. But I want it so like if you play for maybe like 100 hours, you can get a skin. Maybe like 50 hours.
I think it's because Valorant is one of those games that a lot of people that stream or play competitive can
Yeah.
get money from playing Valorant, so they use that money to buy skins.
Yeah, I think that's fine. But for like the average person who just plays Valorant and buys
Mm-hmm.
like 10,000 skins, even if you're high rank, I don't see buying like a lot of skins.
Yeah, I don't know how it's in Romeo Rivals. Like, is it the same as like
Kinda.
Valorant?
I mean, it's more lenient. Like you can actually get skins, but you have to still put an ungodly amount of hours into the game.
Mm,
Like the skins are like 1,600, and I've been playing for like nearly 100 hours, and I have like 560, 460
mm,
only.
okay.
So it's like it's okay. It's doable. At least you can earn it, and not unlike Valorant, where you dead ass have to like spend money to get a skin. There's like
Question.
no way to get like anything.
Question. Do you think Splatoon is a good shooter?
I think it's good. I haven't played it, but it looks good.
Okay.
Splatoon looks good. Like I like the concept of Splatoon.
Yeah. So
It's just like yeah,
do you listen to music while playing Smash or video games in
a lot.
general?
I listen to
No.
music a lot.
What type of music in particular?
Mm, R&B metal. R&B and metal usually.
Oh, for a moment I thought you meant R&B metal, like that
No, no,
genre
like
of.
R&B and metal
Oh, okay,
usually.
okay, okay,
I don't listen to much metal, but I listen mostly R&B
okay. Interesting.
music. And then I like musicals. I like musicals a good amount, like Hamilton, Epic, the musical stuff like that.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah. Uh,
So, last question of the interview: who would you like to nominate so Hishide could call me in a future podcast?
Nominate? Who would I like to nominate? Who would be a funny person to nominate? Yo, can we get Entel 24 on the podcast? He doesn't play that much Ultimate now, but he still plays. Let's get Entel 24 on the podcast. Bowser Junior player.
Sure,
Let's get him on the podcast, dude.
sure. Well, here's where the interview is coming to an end. Thank you so much
Yeah.
to Eros. If the public wants
Yeah,
to
this
look
is
up your,
fun.
if the public wants to look up your social media, where they will find you.
You can find me on Twitter at Eros4243.
Okay.
And then I don't stream often, but every once in a blue moon I stream at JM_Eros. So if
Okay.
you want to watch me practice there, you know.
Cool.
Alright.
For the people that are watching, don't forget to follow me on Twitch so you cannot miss a chance to watch any other interview, or maybe on YouTube, like subscribe there so you cannot miss to watch any interview that I made in the past, or maybe any other content that I will make as well. If you'd like to support me monetarily, the links of my coffee